Here we are live with Nickleby the Magician for our Super Sunday, and we are so excited to all the families joining us from Calvary right across the church. If you are joining us for the first time, welcome, and if you are part of our regular services, we just wanted to say a big hello and welcome to our Super Sunday. And Christy, it's so excited to have Nickleby here,
Yes.
but before we start, we want to talk about just a few things that are happening across the life of Calvary Kids, and the first of which is, if you are joining us and you're unsure or unaware of our weekly content, we would love to show you what's happening and how you can access all of our great resources weekly. And Calvary Kids creates 3 different age group curriculum, and you're able to access that through our website at calvarycc.global. And if you go to the kids resources, you'll be able to see all of what is happening. And with the weekly content, you've got the worksheets you can download, and all of our local campuses also are getting those resources out into your hands. So again, go to calvarycc.global and click on the kids resources, and you'll be able to see that. To follow along and to find out what is happening in Calvary Kids, though, our Instagram is the best place to follow. So Christy, why don't you tell us about that?
Absolutely. Well, it's so exciting today because you guys are going to go in the running in a competition, which is so cool, and you get to win a $200 voucher to...
we're going to do EB Games or Smiggle. I love Smiggle.
Yeah, you love your stationery. It's great. So make sure you're following the Calvary Kids Instagram. If you don't know what it is, it's on our screen now. So make sure you follow us, and make sure you send in all of your videos, all of your photos, tag us in, and we will be giving you a prize if you win.
So at the end of today's Super Sunday, if you have tagged us in at Calvary Kids, the handle is on the screen there, and you'll be able to go into the running for that prize. The last thing we want to talk about before we invite Nickleby out is our Calvary Kids Connect groups. In this time, not only do we have the weekly content that's available, but we want to have all of the families and the kids connecting right across the life of our church. And so you can go to our website now, again at calvarycc.global, and you go to the kids page and you can register your children to be part of weekly Connect groups on a Sunday. And in each of our campuses, our great kids ministry team are going to be hosting Sunday Connect groups where they're able to talk about the content and the curriculum and all they've learnt, but also have a whole lot of fun, because I know there's lots of kids who are missing that weekly connection, and we want to create that opportunity for families to connect, to keep fostering relationship and friendships across Calvary Kids. So again, go to the calvarycc.global, and you'll be able to go to the kids page and register your children for a Connect group, which will happen each Sunday. So right across all of our campuses launching next week, it's going to be brilliant. Great. So without further delay, I'm going to invite the amazing Nickleby the Magician. So if you're at home, you either have to put your hands together, clap, cheer, and let's welcome Nickleby the Magician.
All right, thank you so much. Well, it's great to be here. We're going to have a lot of fun. If you're tuning in, make sure you share this on your page as well so other people can see the show and interact as well. This is going to be a really interactive show. I'm going to need you to comment throughout this show as well. So if you've got a phone or an iPad or in front of the computer, make sure you get ready to type, because this is going to be a really interactive show. Now, I'm going to tell you how I started doing these tricks. In fact, my dad was a magician. He disappeared when I was 3, but anyway, he said I could do whatever I wanted to do when I grew up. So I drew this picture here of sawing my sister in half. Yeah, she was actually my half sister. But anyway, here's a picture of a bowling ball. Well, actually, the bowling ball's not there. So let's see if we can make the bowling ball appear like that. There we go. There is a real bowling ball. Now, I'm going to give this to my daughter Sienna, helping today. Let's give Sienna a big virtual clap at home as well. Hey, Sienna, I'm going to give you this. Thank you so much. If you could pop that out the back for me. Well, we're going to have so much fun today, but as I said, this is going to be an interactive show, so I need someone at home to get ready to catch a pack of cards. I'm just going to grab this invisible pack. I'm going to throw it right through the camera, and I need you to catch it, okay? Now, what I want you to do is the first person to name a card, we're going to use that card. So let me throw it through the camera here. 1, 2, 3, get ready and catch. Perfect. Now I want you to shuffle the cards, okay? I want you to give the cards a big shuffle, and I want you to find your favorite card. When you find your favorite card, turn it upside down and put it in the pack upside down. Now the first person to comment what that card is, we're going to use that card, okay? So let's see, first person to comment a card, anyone at all, we're going to use that card, and I'm going to get you to throw the pack of cards back through the screen. Have we got a card? Let's have a look. Excellent. Hopefully someone's about to comment with a card. I'm going to read the comments here.
Ace of Spades.
We've got the Ace of Spades. Someone said Ace of Spades. Is that the first comment?
That's the first one.
Awesome. Okay, Ace of Spades, and that is Zach. Is it Zach?
Zachary, he's our kids pastor.
Zachary, he's the kids pastor, and I promise this is not set up. Said the first person to comment, but Zachary, you've chosen the Ace of Spades. Put the Ace of Spades upside down in the pack, put them in the box, and throw them into the bag on the count of 3. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Nice one. Okay. Now there should be one card upside down in here. Let's take a look. There we go. There should be one card upside down. There it is, right there. And if we can get a zoom in on this, I'm going to show you what card is upside down. It should be the Ace of Spades. There you go, Zachary. Good choice. Only one card upside down, and it was the Ace of Spades. Now let me put these cards away, because what we're going to do in just a second is saw my daughter Sienna in half. But before we do saw her in half, my son was asking me the other day, he said, Dad, what do you do for a job? And I said, I do tricks, I do illusions. And everything you watch today is just a trick. It's just an illusion. And I took this newspaper and I pretended to rip it in half, but I didn't actually rip it in half. It was just an illusion. Check this out. See, it actually looks like I'm ripping the paper in half, but I'm not actually. It's just a trick. Let me just pretend to rip it in half again. And I said to my son, when you watch someone do tricks, remember, of course, it's not real. It's just an illusion. Although it looks like I ripped the paper, and although it sounds like I ripped the paper, I never actually ripped the paper. It's all just an illusion. There you go. Well, I'm going to put this newspaper over to the side here so I can read it after the show. But it is time to saw my daughter Sienna in half. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'll put that right there. Sienna, if you want to come out here, I'm going to grab this box. All right, I'll wheel this in place. Fantastic. And we'll open it up here. If you could stand up on there for me, Sienna. Please don't try this at home. And turn around and put your arms like this. Perfect. I'm going to lay you straight down into the box and just put your head on the pillow. Excellent. Wave goodbye to Mum. All right. And we're going to try and saw her in half. Please don't try this at home. Here we go. Blade number 1, blade number 2. Straight through the box. Watch this. Now blade number 2. Here we go. Now let's take a look and see how Sienna is doing. There you go. She looks a little bit beside herself. Wiggle your hands there, Sienna. Wiggle your feet. That is her legs. That is her hands. She is now in 2 pieces. Let's see if we can put her back again. Hang on. Let's just check with the people at home. If you want to see her left in 2 pieces, comment yes. If you want to see her put back together, comment no. Yep, they want you to go back together. Okay, here we go, Sienna. Fantastic. Let's remove the blades. Number 1 and number 2. And we'll see if we can get Sienna back out of the box. I'll grab your hand there and straight back out again. All right, there you go. Give Sienna a nice big virtual round of applause. Thanks for helping, Sienna. You can grab a seat for a couple of moments. Now, I hope they don't mind here at Calvary, but I did see there's a guitar and some drums on stage. So I thought I might try a little trick with this guitar. Are you ready? Check this out. Let's see if we can make it fly. Whoa. Whoa. I've got it. This must be one of those new air guitars. All right. Let's just see if I can take the guitar here. See if we can spin it around. Whoa, hang on. Oh, here it goes. Whoa, hang on. Oh. All right, let's spin it around here. And let's put it back down before I get in trouble for touching the music equipment. Here we go. I'll put that right down there like that. Now, what I'm going to do is show you this big pot of water over here. And what's cool about this pot of water, this pot will never stop pouring, and God never stops pouring out his love for each one of us. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, what you've done, God never stops pouring out his love for each one of us. Well, it is time to meet the rabbit, and I put him in the box over here before the show. So let's give him a big virtual round of applause for the rabbit. There you go. All right. What? Is he not in there? Is he there? He's not there? He might have escaped. Let me just have a look. Sienna, have you seen the rabbit? Sorry, I had this big rabbit that's usually in the box. I'm not sure where he is today, but never mind. Let's just move along with the show. And, oh, he's in the box. Okay. He is a big rabbit too. Let me grab him out here. All right. Here he is. Look at the size of this thing. Now, rabbits are actually illegal in Queensland. So you might be wondering, Nickleby, how do you have a rabbit? Because the fine for keeping a rabbit in Queensland is $66,000. That's right, $66,000. The only way you can keep a rabbit in Queensland is if you're a magician. So I've got a special license, a special permit to keep him here in Queensland. He's come here to meet everyone from Calvary, so let's give him a big virtual round of applause for the rabbit. I'm going to put him away here. There you go, buddy. All right. Well, I want to show you something here with a can of Coca-Cola, and this is an empty, crushed can of Coca-Cola. And you know what? There's been a time in my life where I've felt a little bit like this, a bit crushed, a bit empty, and a bit broken. But do you know what gives the Coca-Cola value? It's not the can. The can's only worth 10 cents. It's what's inside. And do you know what? What gives you value is what God's placed inside of you. And God comes and he says, I come that you may have life and life to the full. So it doesn't matter who you are, what you look like, where you come from. God wants to have a relationship with each and every one of us. And when we might feel empty or broken, he doesn't push us to the side. In fact, he might take how we're feeling, where we're broken or empty or crushed, maybe by something going on in our life or something that someone else has said about us. And he wants to completely restore you and take where you might be feeling empty and fill you with his love, with his peace, with his joy, so you can live life to the full. I'm going to pour that Coca-Cola into here because that is now filled back up into a brand new can of Coca-Cola. So the awesome message is, no matter how crushed, how empty, how broken you might be feeling, know that God loves you so much, he doesn't want us to keep you that way. And you can ask for his help anytime, and he'll help restore your life. That's what he did with my life. And I'm going to show you something over here with this big pot. This pot never stops pouring. God never stops pouring out his love for each one of us. Well, I've asked Christy if she would come up on stage and help me with the next trick. So why don't we give Christy a big round of applause. Come and stand just over here. Perfect. Now, Christy, I'm going to grab some water. And this game is all about trust. Do you trust me?
Yes.
That's really convincing. I'm going to pour some water into the first cup right here. And I'll also pour some water into the second cup. That's for me. And all you have to do, Christy, is just hold this on your head with one hand. That's perfect. I'm going to place this on my head, and all you have to do is close your eyes and trust me, and just imagine that the water is disappearing. Okay, so close your eyes and slowly turn around. Slowly turn around. That's it. That's it. Keep going right the whole way around. Perfect. Now, you can open your eyes again. Okay. Now, on the count of 3, I'm going to tip this upside down on my head. So watch me first. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Pretty cool, huh? The water's gone. Now it's your turn. You've got to trust me. So lift it up really high, and on the count of 3, over the head. You ready? 1, 2, yep, over the head. 3, go. Give Christy a big clap. There you go. Thank you so much for trusting. You know, sometimes it's really hard to put our trust in other people because sometimes people let us down. And the world is in a pretty crazy place right now. Lots of things happening. But the cool thing is, no matter what is going on in the world, we can put our trust in someone who will never let us down. And that's God. No matter what we're going through or no matter what's happening in the world, sometimes people might let us down, but God promises to never leave us and never forsake us, no matter what is happening in the world and no matter what is happening in our own lives. And that's the cool thing. People might let us down, but we can keep putting our trust in God. Well, I'm going to put this just over here because this pot never stops pouring, and God never stops pouring out his love for each one of us. I'll just put that right there. Well, we're going to play a little game with Sienna now. Sienna, come on over. And here's what's going to happen. Sienna's going to have the choice of any animal she likes. So I'm going to grab some pictures right here. And I'm going to show them at home, but you can't see what animal you pick, okay? So first of all, we have got a bird. We've also got a giraffe. We've got a turtle, okay? We've also got a mouse. We've got a puppy. We've got a pony. So all these different animals, and no matter what one Sienna picks, I'm going to make it appear, okay? So Sienna, let me just spread these cards out here, and you can have any one you like. Pull it out, yep. And show the camera, that's the camera right there. Don't let me see. Okay, has everyone at home seen it? I think that the animal that you picked, Sienna, was a little birdie. Am I right? Is it the birdie? The rabbit. That's a little bit awkward. You were meant to pick the bird. Never mind. Do you like Transformers? Yeah? Okay, well, check this out. This is a transforming animal. Don't take your eye off the little birdie, because sometimes he will change into a rabbit. There you go. There is Mr. Fluffy Bum. See? Boop, 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 boop. Mr. Fluffy Bum. Got a fluffy bum, see? You want a pat? You do? Okay, I'll give you a little pat. This is Sienna. She wants a little pat, and is that enough? Yeah. Yeah? Okay, do you want to pat the rabbit as well? All right, you give the rabbit a big pat. I'm going to place him in his cage. There you go. He also has got a couple of chocolate raisins there if you want to try one. No, you don't want any chocolate raisins? Okay, give Sienna a big clap. Okay, well done, Sienna. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you the very first trick that my dad taught me. It was with a bottle and an empty paper bag. He put the bottle in the bag. Then he said, you've got to say the magic words. So everybody say nickelby.com.au, and the bottle's gone. I don't think you're very impressed. Never mind. Let's show you something else instead. Let's move along. I'm going to show you something with that pot again. And this pot never stops pouring, and that is because we've got to remember that God never stops pouring out his love for each one of us. Well, I'm going to show you something crazy right now. And let me just grab this right here so I can put it nice and close at the front here. You might have heard of Uber Eats before. Well, I've just created a brand new company. That's right. A brand new company called Magic Eats. And with Magic Eats, I know what you want to eat before you know you want to eat it. And inside this bag, I have 3 items. But at home, I need you to help me. I'm looking for 2 numbers. 2 numbers between 1 and 20. So if you can put them on the phone, on the iPad, on the computer, whatever device you are using right now, I want you to write down a number between 1 and 20. Go. I'm also going to get Christy on stage here to help me. Christy, you've got the opportunity, first of all, to turn it to any page you want. But first of all, let me show you, and you can vouch for everyone at home, that there is 50 different items of each. Starting with the drinks, grape juice, lemonade, Fanta, cranberry, orange juice, Sprite, water. As you can see, there's all these different drinks to choose from, correct?
Yep.
Also got
There is.
50 different mains. Have a look at this. Salmon, chicken parmigiana. You got any favorites?
Risotto.
Risotto, you like risotto? Nice. Shepherd's pie, pizza, burger, steak and mash, pork belly, all these different mains as well. We've also got 50 different desserts. Are you a dessert fan? Yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Waffles.
Who isn't, right? You like waffles? Peanut butter pie, carrot cake, custard pie, vanilla cheesecake, strawberry tart. As you can see, there is 50 different desserts as well, okay? Now, I'm gonna get you to pick the first one. So all you have to do is come and stand just over here and just grab your hand and just literally turn to any page you want and pull it over. So grab here. So you're choosing the drink, yeah? Turn to any page. She's gone for Coca-Cola, okay? Now, we should have some numbers. Okay, what was the first number, Andy? What do you reckon? There's lots of different numbers I can see there, but we're going to pick, so you can tell it's not set up. Pick the first, okay? 7. Okay, awesome. Let's turn to 7. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn 1 over, should be 7. Burger, okay? And one more number, Andy? Helen said 12. Okay, thanks, Helen. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to pick your number, number 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just so you can tell it's totally fair. Turn it over. 12. She could have got pecan tart, but she went for the chocolate ice cream.
Nice.
Have a look at this, Christy. Coca-Cola, burger, chocolate ice cream. Remember those 3 items, and don't take your eye off those 3 items. Keep them in your memory. Because here's what I'm going to do. Inside here, I said at Magic Eats, I know what you want to eat before you know you want to eat it. And they picked chocolate ice cream. Get a look at that. 50 different desserts, chocolate ice cream. It's a little bit melted now, but that is chocolate ice cream. For the main, they went for burger. So I did bring along a classic chicken burger as well. And last but not least was the drink, which was Fanta. Is that right? Wasn't Fanta?
Coca-Cola.
2 out of 3 is not bad, right?
No.
Hang on a second. That's sealed, correct?
Yes.
No openings in the can?
No.
Inside the can
Stop it.
of Fanta is Coca-Cola. There you go. The 3 items, Coca-Cola, burger, and chocolate ice cream. That is Uber Eats. Thank you. Thank you. Also, just rip up that bag for me. Make sure there's nothing else inside. I'll crush this
I
can.
can't rip it.
There you go. And I'll move this off the side because we're going to do some more amazing things. Nothing in there?
Nothing.
Yeah. Hey, remember though, this pot never stops pouring, and God never stops pouring out his love for each one of us. Doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, what you've done. God never stops pouring out his love for each and every one of us. Well, I think right now what we should do is get Sienna back out, because I'm going to take you back now to my childhood.
That was amazing.
And when I was a little boy, my parents bought me all these toys, and I'm going to show you some of them. Just a special announcement before we do this trick. I have just signed a 2-year contract with Netflix. $15 a month. I get all the channels, so it's pretty good. Come on out, Sienna. Give Sienna another big virtual round of applause. Okay, now inside here, we have a bowling pin. I used to love playing bowling. I'm going to put that right there. Also, my favorite Eddie Pooh. Everyone, right, hi Pooh, say hi Pooh. Awesome. My parents also bought me this book, Cooking with Pooh. All right, let's get on with the show. Now, he does get scared doing this one, so I'm going to put this right here on top of the bowling pin. The old soccer ball. Let's see if I can put this on top of Pooh's head. And my old school book. I'll see if I can balance this on top of the ball. Now, here's what would happen. When my parents would fall asleep, I'll try something really, really cool, okay? I'll try and balance all these toys on top of each other. Then I'd put my bed on top, and I'd use this broom to hold it in place. And then I'll try something amazing. Sienna, step up on there for me. Hang on 1 second. Let's bring this cloth down here. Perfect. And just turn around, sit right there. Awesome. And put your legs up here. Number 1. Number 2, don't worry, it looks perfectly safe, right? And just lie straight back and put your arms on your stomach like this. Perfect. Wrap you in here. Number 1. Number 2. And we're about to try a little bit of something amazing here. I'm going to pull the broom out. Now don't move. Stay very still. There you go. Round of applause for Sienna. No strings, no magnets, no applause. Look at that. Okay. Let's, our years of practice and no social life. Let's just keep going here. Put that right there. And we'll unwrap her. And come on up, Sienna. And sit down here. Awesome job. Well done. Thank you, Sienna. You can grab a seat. Give Sienna another big clap. Well, let's just check in. See who's watching. All right. We have got Alison Piers. Says, hi, Pooh. Hey, Alison. Thank you so much for tuning in. We've got Kylie checking in from Townsville as well. Hey, Kylie. If you want to shout out, just put your name. The Tobaccaroos, they're watching as well. G'day, Mark. Let's see who else is watching here. Awesome. Darren. Hey, Darren. Cool. Lots of people tuning in. And don't forget about that $200 voucher as well. Just screenshot anything from the show and post it. And we're going to be drawing a couple of prizes at the end. $200 voucher. That's not bad, is it? Well, I'm going to show you a couple more tricks. Then we're going to come to a big one really shortly. I brought in a big illusion here today. So I'm pretty excited to perform that in just a moment. But here's what we're going to do. I'm going to try something else with Andy or Christy, either one of them in just a minute. But I did stop at McDonald's. They are really upsizing the combos. I got a large drink, and I said, where's the straw? The lady goes, it's in the bag. Honestly, the upsizing's just getting a bit ridiculous. Hey, I'll put this over here so I can have a big drink after the show. Well, Christy, do you want to help me or Andy? Either one. I might just use, let's grab a pair of gloves there. Awesome. Excellent. This is getting a bit serious now. With everything going on right now, we're going to have to put some gloves on for this trick. I'll put a pair on as well. Okay. Perfect. Now, let's see who else is watching. We have got Charmaine watching from Cairns. G'day. Darren says hi to Andy. We want to see Andy do a trick. Hey, Darren, stay tuned, mate. Don't go anywhere. Since you've asked for it, I'm going to see if we can do a trick with Andy at the end, okay? Don't go anywhere. I'm going to make him disappear and reappear back in the Gold Coast.
Oh, maybe just disappear.
Just disappear. All right. Okay. Get your own show, all right? Now, here's what's going to happen. Christy has spoken. If you can just take that lid off for me. Perfect. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to turn over the top card. That is the 4 of clubs. We'll get a good look at that. If you can sign your name on that for me. Perfect. Right there. That could be worth a lot of money one day.
It will be.
You just don't know. It will be. There you go. Speak it out. Awesome. This is going to go in between your teeth. So just bite down really hard on that for me. Perfect. And I'm going to take the next card. I'll grab the Sharpie as well. I've got the 7 of hearts. I'm going to put my name on this one. Could you recap that for me? And the 7 of hearts is going to go in between my teeth, okay? Here we go. Now check this out. All we're going to do is just hold this hand up just for me. Perfect. Now watch this. Are you ready? Just copy me. Okay, now check this out. This has worked. I should have your card with your signature. Pretty cool, right? Now open up, have a look at your card. Hopefully, it should have my signature on it. There you go. They have switched places, and I reckon we should give Christy a big round of applause. There you go. You can keep the gloves.
Oh, thanks.
Well, I'm going to show you a couple more things, and then now Darren has requested we do a trick with Andy. So in about 5 minutes' time, we're going to finish the show with a trick with Andy. But before we do that, Harvey from Townsville. G'day, Harvey. Thanks for tuning in, mate. Lots of applause and shout-outs to Christy. There you go. All right, let's see who else. Anyone else tuning in? We should do a shout-out too. Type your name and we'll mention you through the screen there. But I'm going to show you my friend Timmy toilet paper. And Sienna, do you want to come and help me with this one? I'm going to take Timmy, tear him into 100 pieces and flush him down the toilet. Okay, Timmy's freaking out a little bit. What we're going to do, Sienna, is give you this piece right here. And I'll take this piece right here. And Sienna, just copy me, okay? Just take the piece of toilet paper and tear it down the middle. Excellent. What you're looking at is something that was nearly extinct in 2020, all right? Toilet paper. There you go. You're on a roll, Sienna. That's great. Then rip it into small pieces. This is a good tip for saving on toilet paper at home if things are a little bit tight right now. You can rip it into smaller pieces, save on toilet paper. But what we're about to do next is a way to create more toilet paper in your household. So roll it into a little ball. I will grab the magic wand, Sienna. There we go. And here's what's going to happen. I'll put this in my mouth. You put that in your mouth. And when I tap you, it's going to restore back to one piece. Are you ready? Let's do it. Awesome. Here we go. Now, pull it out. Have a look. Open it up. Open it up. Uh-huh. All right. Thank you, Sienna. You can take that off stage because we're going to do another trick with you in just a second. I want to tell you a story now about the first time I saw snow. You see, when I was a little boy, my parents used to ask me every year, they'd say, Nick, what would you like for Christmas? And one year I thought about it for a while and I said, I wanted snow for Christmas. So my parents saved up all year and they took us to Canada where it snows around December. We hopped on the plane, we flew for what seemed like 2 weeks. When I arrived in Canada and hopped off the plane, guess what? There was no snow. Well, I went to sleep. It was Christmas Eve. As I was falling asleep, I heard a little pitter-patter on the roof. Went pitter-patter, 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 pitter-patter. I said, Mum, wake up, is that snow? She said, no, that's rain, dear. Rain, dear, Christmas Eve. Okay, some of the jokes are just for me, so let's just keep moving on. Anyway, I woke up on Christmas morning. I ran outside. I was so excited, and there was still no snow. So my mum, I'll show you what she did. She grabbed this napkin. I'm going to get Sienna to come and stand here. Sienna's going to pretend to be me. And she took the napkin, and she folded the napkin in half like this. Come and stand right here, Sienna. And then she folded it in half again, and then again, and she said, watch this, son. She said, watch the magic. You ready, Sienna? Same response then, same response now. She did it again, and she did it again, and she said, watch this. You won't believe it. Here it is. It's a snowflake. And I said to my mum, I said, Mum, is snow made of paper? And she said, no, snow is not made of paper. Snow is made of water. So what she did was she took the napkin, can you take that for me? And she dipped it in the water, put that in there. And she went whooshy, whooshy, whooshy like that. Hold that for me. Excellent. Then she squeezed out all the water. And she said, watch this, Nick. It's time for snow. There you go. And for a moment, it almost felt like it was snowing. But then I ran outside and it really did begin to snow. There you go. A bit more snow for you, Sienna. Excellent. And put that under your pillow tonight. Hold your hand out like that for me. And when you wake up in the morning, guess what?
What?
It will still be there, okay? Awesome. Another big virtual round of applause for Sienna, who's helped me today in the show. In fact, she's helped me a lot in the last 3 months because we haven't been doing live shows. We've been doing virtual shows to people at home. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm about to do one more final trick, but I want to remind you, no matter what you're going through in life, that this pot never stops pouring and God never stops pouring out his love for each one of us. Let me put that right there. Well, before someone commented, Darren I think it was, and said, can you do a trick with Andy? And Christy asked if I make him disappear. I probably can't make him disappear, but we might chain him to this big illusion here, this big piece of apparatus, and we might just leave him there. So we'll see if he can escape. The famous Houdini, you might have heard of Houdini. He could escape in about 4 minutes, but we're going to see if Andy can escape in 10 seconds. I think we've got a timer here, 10 seconds. So Andy, if you just want to stand against the bars there, I've got a couple of padlocks and some chains here. All right, we're going to lock you in here. So I'll grab the first padlock. There we go. And I'll put this right through here, Andy, and right out the other side. I'll lock it securely in that way. Andy can't get out. And then I'm going to bring this chain around here. Is that tight enough, Christy? Tighter? Okay. We'll bring it right around here. Excellent. Through here as well. Right across. Make sure there's no way that Andy can escape. In fact, what I'll do is I'll lock this right up the top here, through both sides, and that way he can't get out. Okay, now what we're going to try and do, we're going to see if Andy can get out in 10 seconds. So let me just close the curtain here first, and I will see if he can get out. Okay, so here we go. Countdown from 10 at home. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think he's cheating a little bit. You can't do that, all right? Okay, you're going to be here a long time. Let me just get rid of that. Okay, Andy, this is your last chance. You got 10 seconds. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring the curtain around here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Andy, I can't get out, mate. Okay, I'm securely locked in here. I think you've played a trick on me.
Well, I'm out,
yeah.
so I'm good.
Have you got the keys? Where are the keys?
So you had the keys.
I don't have the keys.
Okay, well, you might just have to stay there.
Okay.
But what we will do is, at home, all of those watching, why don't we put our hands together and cheer, put some comments in, and thank Nickleby the magician, who was brilliant today.
Thanks,
that was
mate.
just so good.
You
Thank
can
you.
thank me by getting me out, Andy. Just,
You know,
okay.
I'll
no
leave the
worries.
burger close by.
Thanks,
I'll
mate.
at least do that. Hey, thank you everyone for joining us for our Super Sunday. I'm going to draw the winner of our Instagram competition in just a moment. Again, we just wanted to thank Nickleby, but more than that, we just want to thank all the parents and families at home in this season who have been working with the kids each Sunday with the curriculum and all of our online content. If you're joining us and you're unaware of what that happens to be, each week Calvary Kids puts together some incredible resources to help you to be able to just continue to grow and build and foster faith in the home. And you'd be able to go to calvarycc.global and click on the kids resources, and you'll be able to find all that we have there for different ages. We've got our early childhood, we have our junior primary and our senior primary curriculum there that's available. As well as that, we also have other great resources like our Calvary Kids Family Podcast, which comes out weekly, and lots of resources that just are going to help you as a family. The other thing is we're launching our Connect groups, because there's one thing to have resources that you can do, but the connection between kids and our incredible kids ministry team right across all of our campuses is really what Calvary Kids is about. And right now, launching today, we're going to be hosting Connect groups from next week onwards, online over Zoom, safe and secure, with all of our child protection policies in place. But what you need to do for your kids to be part of our Connect groups is go again to our website, calvarycc.global, go to the kids page and register your children for the Connect groups in your campus, and then our local kids directors will be in contact with you, which is great. Well, I'm going to pull out my phone and I'm going to check the last time we've got our Calvary Kids Instagram. And if you're not yet following that, please do. The Instagram handle is on the screen and you'll be able to see that and follow along. And that's the best way to hear all of what is coming up in the life of Calvary Kids. But I do have a winner, and it is Ash B88. Thank you for following along and also posting that great picture of Nickleby performing. And Ash, we're going to get in contact through Instagram and we'll get that prize out to you. So again, thank you to all the families for joining us on our Super Sunday. Thank you, Nickleby, you're still there. You actually really are stuck.
I am stuck, yeah.
Well, we're going to leave you. Well, for all the families, thanks again, and we look forward to seeing you at our next Super Sunday.